Sports. Welcome to Waco, Texas, home of the Baylor Bears at McLean Stadium. Boats lining the Brazos as the Baylor line is ready to welcome the Bears onto the field. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Bears will kick it off to get us underway. He'll call for the fair catch here. First down here for the offense. On the run, it's James. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Moore will throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
They'll throw it on first down. Going for the big play. Pulls it in inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. It's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down for the offense. Quarterback checking off. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unleashes one. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks in the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Second down coming up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Moore to the air, trying to get to it. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. They've already put 1 field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Back to the ground with the running back. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Skips away from pressure. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on 2nd. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to throw, it's Finn. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He caught it! And he'll go down after a huge gain and picking up the first down.
Love the play call here by the offensive coordinator. You can sniff it. You can smell in the air. Blood in the water. Now we're taking a shot. You've got the athletes to go execute. Just dial it up.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point splits the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter.
By the receiver. He's taken down at the 40. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Baylor 7, Oregon 3.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down to start the drive after the break. Moore will throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Aerial assault continues. Quickly complete. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Got it in the middle. It's Ferguson. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
for the offense.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Now adjusting. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
Moore to the air. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
And this is why offenses are so hard to stop. When you have such great playmakers at the quarterback spot, 3rd down, if people are covered, what can he do? Take off, scramble, and now set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
Coming after it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
When I get inside the 3 on 1st and goal, I want to be aggressive with the run. I want to be physical. I want to be the more dominant team. You might know it's coming, but I'm still going to bring it. They tried to go with the changeup. They tried to throw the football very unsuccessfully. Nice job by the defense being ready for everything, even though they're inside the 3-yard line.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ducks! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their wind.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air. It's Finn. Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on 3rd.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to escape and get it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
4th down coming up.
The Bears will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Has it back, and here comes the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they...
Oh, he wants it all. He caught it. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
Set to kick this one away.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback will audible. Scanning the field, it's Finn. Going downfield for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. The 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Ducks! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure.
24, Baylor, 7.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Ducks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they hadn't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Bears will hustle to the line. Back to throw, it's Finn. He's got his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down.
Catch and stride inside the 15.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. The receiver on the jet sweep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Oh, that stings, man. You did a great job calling the play. You got your guy open. Everything was executed perfectly. And the ball hits him in the hands, and he just can't bring it in. Man, those are tough ones. Those are tough to swallow.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Offense set on 1st down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give to the tailback. Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. Moore will throw. Got his man on the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Ducks want to move quickly. Out of the shotgun on third down. And that ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with it.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Now improvising. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here and make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on third and long. They move the tight end all over. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Reese. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up third and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. That makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looking to throw, it's Finn. Feeling some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Has it back, and here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drop.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives him a chance. He makes this offense go.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Oregon 24, Baylor 13.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. To the ground with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Defense in press coverage. Moore to the air. Makes his connection. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. The Ducks in the hurry up. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over you.
Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
Touchdown.
That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the farm. They're up by 10 over Purdue. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
1st and 10.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. to the air. It's Finn. Floating away. Going to try to get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
On second down, wants to throw. They're trying to get to it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That last sack's not on the line. That's on him. Now it's third down. Caught over the middle. It's Hawkins. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Dropping back, it's Finn. Floats it out in space. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Going for it all. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Pocket starts to collapse. That pressure was on him quicker than a hiccup, and down he goes with a sack.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Let's see what they dial up on this 4th down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. They're fires toward the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.